Do you ever hop on the game and load up a competitive match only to whiff an entire clip on the freest kill to ever exist? Well, you wouldn't be the only one. Almost every tactical FPS player goes through this struggle on their grind to improve. It's impossible to eliminate whiffs entirely, but there are some things you can do that are guaranteed to take your aim from noob to pro faster than you might imagine. So in today's video, I'm going to help you fix your aim so you can start aiming like your favorite pro Valorant player real soon. I'm going to be showing you guys all of the best aim training routines that you can use to make your aim go from iron to radiant in the fastest time possible. Since there is no actual cheat code to instantly improve your aim, you're going to need to put in some work. So trust us when we say the reward is going to be so worth it. The aim routines we'll give you today will be the most efficient and effective ways to improve your aim in the shortest amount of time possible. If you're new to tactical FPS though, what is aim training? Aim training is a practice routine with the goal to improve your accuracy and precision. It can involve the use of third-party aim trainers such as Kovacs and aim labs, or it can be done in-game by using the practice range or deathmatch. Usually, aim routines focus on aspects of your aim such as crosshair placement, strafing, bursting, and recoil control. The main goal of aim training is to improve your consistency with your aim as well as your overall performance in-game. Aim training, in my opinion, is also the fastest way to rank up, considering no video you will see will fix all of your issues and suddenly make you climb. You can apply all the tips you hear, but when you're starting out, practice, reps, and hard work is the only thing that will help you improve. I highly suggest you put in the work and aim train. Most players, by simply being mechanically above their rank, are able to lock a duelist and solo carry their games up to at least Ascendant. So if you're below Ascendant, always remember your mechanics can be improved. But wouldn't your aim just improve over time while playing the game? Well, not exactly. During an actual game of Valorant, you'd be pretty lucky to even see more than 30 enemies. The way the actual game plays out is rather slow. After all, you'll only really take up to 5 gunfights a round. This means that you'll spend a lot of the game just sitting around waiting for action to take place. By aim training, you'll be able to shoot more targets in 1 minute than you ever could in an actual full game of Valorant. Aim training also helps you build up confidence, so that when you do end up taking engagements, you've already got the practice you need to know you can land the shot. When you watch a player like Tens, you see him land some pretty insane shots, but a key factor is that he has the confidence to know he can land those shots. Many players often run into the issue where they are too afraid to take gunfights because they just haven't gotten those reps in yet. In this case, they'll avoid taking gunfights, which will only make them worse at gunfighting. Aim training is incredibly important to just help you get those reps in, so that when you do have to take a gunfight, you'll have the confidence and the experience to know you'll win it. You don't need to spend a ton of time aim training either to do this. There isn't a correct answer to the amount of time one should spend aim training, but it's usually recommended to spend at least 30 minutes to around 60 minutes daily doing an aim routine if you want to see the fastest improvement possible. However, if you have more time than others, you can spend even more time aim training daily to speed up the process. It's also important to balance your aim training with actual in-game time, so your game sense, map awareness, and teamwork doesn't fall behind your mechanics as you grow and improve as a player. Now we're going to break down the different types of aim training though, and what you should use each one for. Now I personally do recommend using Kovacs, which is a third-party aim trainer that you can find in the Steam store. The reason I personally think Kovacs can help is because it can train aspects of your aim such as tracking, flicking, and target selection at a very focused level since every task is individual. It's important to not only use Kovacs, but also train in-game as well, since aspects like crosshair placement and strafing can't be trained while using third-party aim trainers. If you're going to try out Kovacs, I would definitely suggest trying out Kada IC long strafes, as this task helps you improve your tracking ability, which is a skill most tactical FPS players will struggle with. Using aim labs is another personal choice, and like Kovacs, it's not 100% necessary. It can, however, be effective to use certain tasks to help with different aspects of your aim that you may be struggling with. Aim labs is also a great tool for aim training, as it's free to use and many professional players include certain aim labs tasks in part of their own training routines. I personally recommend trying out micro shot speed, as this task helps you work on your micro adjustments, which is one of the most important aspects of Valorant once you have achieved a good understanding of crosshair placement. By far the most valuable tool for aim training though is going to be the practice range. Without a doubt in my mind, using the practice range on Valorant is one of the most important tools for improvement, even more so than aim labs and Kovacs. In the practice range, you can train specific aspects of your aiming skills, such as flicking, tracking, bursting, and spray control. You can also train your strafing and crosshair placement while in the range, so I feel it's one of the best tools possible to use. There are a variety of different and unique methods of aim training, and almost all of them include the practice range for good reason. For a unique trick in the range, I suggest using Sage and wall boosting yourself up to practice practice aiming and crosshair placement from a different elevation. Finally, the last tool for aim training is Deathmatch. You should 100% be using Deathmatch as part of your aim training routine. Deathmatch is a game mode that allows you to practice all the aspects you have been training in the range, Kovacs, and aim labs, but in a more realistic environment. This is a great way to test your improvement and practice aiming while under a little bit more pressure. It's pretty fast-paced, but you should still always remember while deathmatching, it's not about winning, but about improving. So make sure to turn down your in-game audio, turn some music on, take your time, and line up your shots. Losing is learning. Before we move on to specific routines you should be following, it's important to remember the number one thing you should always try to avoid is giving up on an aim training routine. This is because consistency will always be key, and you won't always see an instant improvement since everyone improves and learns at their own pace. We promise you though that by sticking to one of the routines we'll mention for even just a week or two, you will start to see the result. You should also make sure that the mechanics you're practicing while aim training, you also implement into your competitive games. Remember the saying, play how you practice? Well, this is exactly that. Really take a moment to focus on the skills you're training. Focus on your crosshair placement and your tracking as you encounter players in matches. Don't just commit to sprays and run and gun after spending all the time aim training. Try to focus and apply all the skills you've been spending time practicing. This way, you are always improving. It's time for what you all came for though. One of the best aim routines you are going to find is from the pro player Nat. To do this routine, start off by going into the shooting range and set eliminate bots to 100 and do this one time. After you've completed this, do the 30 hard bots challenge, and after that, play one full deathmatch to warm up for your routine. This routine is going to be very intensive, but I feel like it's the best way to improve at the fastest rate if you're motivated to do so. After that, hop back into the range and turn back on eliminate 100 bots again and do this 15 times. Like I said before, this routine is very wrist intensive, so make sure to stretch out your wrist and arms before starting. After you've eliminated 100 bots 15 times, do the 30 hard bots challenge, but you're going to do this a total of more than 30 times. Once you've completed this, Nats finishes off the routine with 4 to 5 death matches. This routine is quite long, but I think it can be very effective if you're consistent. If you're looking for a routine that's just a little bit quicker though, you need to see this next aim routine. The next aim routine I'm going to be sharing with you guys is from yet another pro player. He's currently on 100 Thieves and goes by Cryo. For Cryocells aim routine, he starts off by going to a deathmatch server while having a proper emphasis on crosshair placement, bursting, and strafing. He plays and recommends to play around 3 to 5 death matches daily. I personally recommend during these death matches to unbind crouch so you can really focus on counter strafing correctly and bursting to take fights in the correct way. After you're done with this, he hops on Kovacs where he starts it off by doing the Kata IC long strafes task. This task focuses mainly on the tracking aspect of your aim. Once you finish this task, you're going to be doing 1 wall 6 targets small. This task specifically helps with overall mouse control, so I would personally suggest if you're at higher level, maybe diamond and above, this one isn't as necessary. After that, he goes to do Vox target switch click small, which can help train your tracking and your flicking, so it's definitely one that you aren't going to want to miss out on. The last task he does for this part of the routine is reflex micro flick, which is, in my personal opinion, one of the most important aspects of the Kovacs section, as it helps train your micro adjustments. As you improve your crosshair placement in Valorant, micro flicks will be most of what you're doing. Finally, Cryo's last task is done on aim labs, which is spider shot precision. This task helps you focus on being precise and accurate. Taking your time to line up a shot in a game like Valorant will most of the time net you the kill over just flicking and spraying to rush a kill. Popular tasks like grid shot are all about speed, which makes people build bad habits like this. This is the reason we never recommend grid shot. Also, as a quick announcement, if you're looking to try out any of the Kovacs tasks we mentioned in this video, we now have an official SkillCapped Kovacs playlist that you can find in the workshop. This playlist will include all tasks we mentioned today, as well as some additional ones to help round out your aim. However, if you're really looking to go the extra mile with your aim and perfect all of your other mechanics, the best place to do that is going to be over at SkillCapped. We recently published a premium produced course titled Become an Aim God that will teach you everything you need to know about becoming a good aimer in Valorant. It teaches you good habits to apply when taking duels, it teaches you how to make all of your duels easier, and it teaches you how to even use your teammates to help you land your shots, which is something you will not find anywhere else on the internet. We've been breaking down different concepts over at SkillCapped for months that you couldn't even find on YouTube, much less from our competitors. Along with this, your SkillCapped subscription also will get you access to our coaching in the SkillCapped Discord, where you can contact a top coach of your own who will walk you through everything you're doing wrong and how to fix all your mistakes. Our main goal here at SkillCapped is just to provide as much value as we can, so we highly recommend you check it out. If you use the link in the description below, you'll even get a discount on your purchase, so be sure to sign up today and we'll see you there. That's going to do it for us here today though. As always, we here at SkillCapped want to thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.